Well played. And big smiles.
Okay. So. Go ahead. Stop. Whoa, whoa. Achtung. Hier. Yep. Hier. Stop. Whoa. Hier.
Selina would love to get the roll behind the cover. Just not far enough. Really good effort. In Japan here, they'd be quite happy to roll back out to the wing, keep things open. Yeah, nicely done. So, looking for the hit and roll again. But it's just on the nose. Yeah, very nice roll. It's top tee. Just maybe rolled a fraction too far, allows Switzerland to come down the other side. Chance here even for Switzerland, they can get the shot, get the roll right over behind the corner and neutralise that yellow top 12.
How hard do you go for it though? Play it too down weight, maybe you don't kick the yellow stone all the way through.
Oh, I
Play
think
too
that's your
close to
first
the guard,
priority.
you're nicking the guard and really taking away the only stone that could save you in the end. Setting in the hack here, gold medal game. I think your main objective is to kick that stone out the rings. But yes, if SCHWALLER can get to the inside here, it'd be a great result for Switzerland. They are pretty close to that guard. They'll try and roll to the left actually, in behind the corner. And shot stone.
Yeah, really nice.
That was probably the easier roll to make. Japan can't get to that stone, but they can draw up against it. Switzerland will still have the center guard to come around on their last.
And that was the unfortunate thing with Japan rolling as far as they did. Ideally, they wanted to hit and roll back out to the other wing and keep it open. But a great shot from Xenia.
Just a foot heavy out of the hands of TABATA and Momoha.
Yeah, it just didn't come as much at the end as they thought it was going to there.
9. Ja, schon schön gelaufen. Genau 10. Ja. Oder bis dran. Also bis dran ist, wenn der T-Line ist er bis dran. Das ist wegen dem Doppel, meine ich. Bis dran muss er mal. Okay. Also bis dran. Gut, wegen dem Doppel. Ja, ich habe 14, 7 gehabt. Ja. Also bis dran, etwa. Bis dran? Gut, ja. 15 ist gut. Ja. Ein bisschen weniger Eis, aber ich finde es nicht so schlecht. Okay, gut. Allez. T-Line! Linie gut! Hinter 4! Selina, weg! Weg! Linie noch! Wow! Bounce! Ja, kannst. Ja. Er muss. Achtung. Ja. Schicken nach, schicken so. Immer noch. Immer noch. Girl. Weiter. Okay.
Oh, does it sit at the back first? Oh, just.
14-1.
Yeah, again, just heavy out of hand, and wasn't much the sweepers could do with that.
Last stone, second end. Looking to take their chance here and will. Right on the beak. 2 points for Japan. The best possible start. They get the force on Switzerland and they score the 2 when they have the hammer.
Ja. Ein Aufdrehen von der Länge her vor allem. Ja. Ich?
Japan leads Switzerland 2 shots to 1 in this gold medal game. And with that, really, it's the opposite of what we saw in the round-robin game. In session 4, it was Japan starting with hammer, forced to the 1, followed by a blank, and then Switzerland scoring 2. And this time it's Japan getting their force and the deuce on the board early.
Yeah, just a perfect start for Japan.
A rare mistake from Selina RYCHIGER, slipping into the rings with that corner guard. Japan will happily remove that from play. Does over curl. will lose the shooter. So second chance for Switzerland to put up the corner.
Wow, ich glaube, er läuft genug lang. Gut.
So a better corner guard.
There is another game in the venue this morning. It's Norway playing Canada for bronze. So if you hear the crowd cheering at odd times, it might be because something exciting is happening over there as well. Canada, they concede the single point in the first end, so Norway leading by 1.
It's always a tough game to play, that bronze medal game.
Fabienne RIEDER looking to tidy up the center line. Just a little tight on the throw here, was looking for the slash.
That guard now really blocks or draw around the corner guard. So Japan can come around this centre into the forefoot. So half buried. Yeah, I like the call for the run back on the red because at least you're then opening that side guard up to use. But also could get a good result here.
Yeah, a bit of a 2-for-1 really. Open up the draw around the corner. Also open up the center line and the stone that Japan just played. Would love to make contact. I would also love to stick the red. Oh, going to make contact with both the yellows. Does it go out the side door even? Wowie.
Great shot. That's what they called.
A cracking shot by Fabienne RIEDER. Throws it so hard. There's still momentum left to kick back towards the center line and kick that yellow stone out the side door. Fabulous shooting. Really setting up Switzerland here. Corner guard in play. Japan, they have to consider the stone in the rings. And with them now rolling out, it's a great opportunity for Switzerland to come around that corner.
I think that's the first mistake we've seen from Japan. So now a great chance to get behind cover. Set up their two.
Waiting for this to bend. Trying to carve it over. Does come at the end here. Nice draw.
Would have liked it fractionally further back because it's quite a short run back now for Japan.
もうね、ほんのちょっとだけって感じ。結構距離も近いよね。
ブラシ1本狙って前でもいいけど。
なんかそれだったらランバックの方が簡単そうに見えるけど。
OK。
Cannot see much from the hack, just a sliver. Might be the only chance they get to deny Switzerland the 2 here. They can only get the guard. Switzerland could be drawing level on the opposite side of the house and leave no double for Japan. That's exactly what they'll do.
So just want this top 12-foot relay to be level with the other one, so there's no double. Ah, very nice. Really well placed. It's even got the Swiss fans singing. And some cowbells. So Japan can try and hit this red and roll right over towards the other one, behind it. Trying to get the roll. Just not enough.
Ja, is 10?
Ja, 10,5 so.
Maar als ze recht goed hebben. Ja, als ze goed hebben, ja.
So the 2 is looking good for Switzerland. Just don't want to roll here and leave a double for Japan. A lot of rotation on Xenia's stones. Yeah, nicely done. Having a look at the double, but it's not easy.
Meanwhile, in the Norway-Canada bronze medal game, lots of stones in play. Norway lying 1, maybe 2 in the forefoot. Not a lot of room to work with. For Myla Plett coming well wide on the draw. Oh, sorry, Canada lying 1 or 2. But the draw, what looked like maybe a tap up to score an extra point, does come up short. Give you confirmation. Certainly 1 for Canada, and I believe it is 2. And what a hit and roll by Japan here, all the way across. Just making it a little harder for Switzerland. Almost made it too good.
Yeah, they wanted to roll fractionally less, so Switzerland could just see a slither of the yellow, and the run back could potentially put their shooter out the rings.
Basically a nose hit,
yeah.
Touch inside.
Okay. Ja, also wir dürfen nicht mehr innen haben, aussen einfach nicht.
Ja, darum finde ich okay. Alle. Alle.
Last stone of the third end, Xenia Schwaller and Team Switzerland looking to score the 2 right back on Japan. Just need to stick a very short run back. This one curling on Schwaller though, really curling. But the sweepers are able to hold it. And the 2 points are scored. Switzerland back in the lead, 3-2 after 3 ends played here in Lohja.
Linie ist gut. Göllet recht viel. Göllet viel. Göllet sehr viel. Göllet wirklich viel. 15-6. Gut. Oh, nein. Schön. Ja.
You're watching the World Junior Curling Championships 2024 gold medal game action this morning, Switzerland, Japan. The scores have gone back and forth. Switzerland up by 1, Japan now with the hammer. Trying to make the roll back to the center line. Not good enough for Japan to throw up the corner. She's placing those stones really well. Selina RYCHIGER, top 4. Always getting that good shot stone to start when they don't have hammer. Switzerland, Japan just not feeling like they want to leave that stone there for them to guard. So always a hit and roll to take the play away from the forefoot. Feeling more comfortable throwing the corner guard with that stone just off the center line. And it begs the question, Rona, if that is a tactic you're expecting your opponent to go through with, and we've seen that from many teams this week, could you not throw a center guard to counteract that approach, the delayed corner? Is that so risky?
Yeah, well, Switzerland did it previously, put up the centre guard, but just it's early enough in a gold medal game. You don't need to take unnecessary risk. But putting up the centre now, and we saw this 2 ends ago, but Japan ignored it and came round the corner the last time, but this time they're making a play.
Is it also scoreboard management for Switzerland? Perhaps we'll see them throw the centre guard in the odd ends, trying to get the force. Perhaps not too bothered in the even ends. If Japan blanks here, Switzerland might be okay with that, and rather go for the force in the centre guard in the 5th end.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think because Switzerland took their one in the first, not intentionally, it's changed their game plan.
Oh, big scrub to get it past the centre guard here. All played. Makes it really tough for Switzerland.
Wahrscheinlich so. Du ist halt das.
Hard to get to the inside. Even just getting to nose here, tough to do. And if they roll a bit too wide, might open up for that draw around the corner.
So, so. Whoa, whoa. So. Whoa, so. Hier. Whoa, so. Good. Good, good. Achtung. Hier. Good. So, so. Good. Good.
Playing a nice controlled weight.
Good. 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 Nog lief. Okay. So sad.
Still playing it patiently here, Japan.
Yeah, and they don't need to go all out. You know, they're one down on the scoreboard, and we saw how straightforward really their two was generated 2 ends ago. One good roll is all you need. Ah, but now Switzerland can come round this centre, pull the play to here.
Linie ist gut. Linie gut. Oh, Tier Tier. Nur Linie. Linie. Nur Linie. Breng hem niet super op. Okay, Linie ist super. 8. Okay,
See, sweepers really working this to try and get it in as far as they can, but it is buried. But they would have liked that nearer the 4 foot. It's exactly the same path Switzerland played when they got that nice hit and roll 2 ends ago here. Does it hang around? Really good effort. But comes out into the open.
Like I always say, better to roll too far. If they only roll halfway, that roll in behind the centre guard is always there for Switzerland. This way, much harder to bring the play back to the centre. If they end up nosing here, it's a great result for Japan. They could come around the corner, even with the backing of the Redstone. So pivotal for GAFNER to make the roll in and past the corner. And they played such a nice weight here to get that finish after passing the guard. That's very well played.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
So often you see that just being nosed. But not going to fall into the trap here.
Ja, daarom had ik gerade gezogen von Anfang an. Dina ist ja viel gekommen mit ihm. Bitte, Kiko hang! Kiko hang!
A really good head and roll.
Yeah, completely buried. Great shot.
It's not easy to make those. Just keep making these nice rolls over and over, Team Japan.
And Xenia will be thinking, 2 ends ago with her last stone, she came down this track and it hung wide and allowed the hit for 2. So that'll be playing in her mind as well.
Der Fabienne ist da sehr gerade gelaufen. Ja. Sie hat auch mit 13 gespielt. Ja. Gut. Ist gut. Allez. Allez.
Typically a team that's pretty hard to score multiple ends on, Team Switzerland. In the 9 round robin games they played, they only ever gave up 8 multiple ends. So if you get to score 1, that's probably the best you can do. Did that rub the guard?
Yeah, I think it must have just feathered it because it redirected ever so slightly.
Switzerland, they do get away with it.
But still a chance here for Japan to get a better one round the corner guard. Be higher up.
Japan didn't score a 2 against Switzerland in the round robin game, so they've already been able to crack that code. Trying to do it again here with a nice draw around the corner.
Very nice.
TABATA Momoha looking fired up for this game.
Ganz wenig. Okay.
Ich weiß nicht, ob es geht mit 13.
Oder vorne 4.
Ja. Ich glaube, ich finde den recht gut, oder?
Findest du gut, ja?
Der
If you
andere
try to
hat
chase it,
gerade gespielt.
if you
mit
don't see
13.
enough of it,
Wäre so, oder? Geht schon.
you can also come down, try to play that freeze they tried 2 ends ago. Freeze tap, or simply ignore it. Come around the center guard.
Also den Sella habe ich da gegeben für den Draw. Das ist bei mir gut.
Ja. Okay.
Yeah, if you bury around the centre guard, you're leaving a much harder shot for Japan.
Können anspielen. Gut. So.
But they've decided can come round to this. Just
13. Ja.
tap it back.
Bin mir nicht so sicher. Was meint ihr? Ja, nein, es geht darum, was ist einfacher.
The draw, I think.
Not so much room for error with this one. Changing her mind. Yeah, it's not asking for more eyes, asking for the in-turn draw. Seeing that from the hack, thinking, you know, I can barely see any of that yellow. Might as well go for the draw. And if you could just nibble the forfeit here fully buried, it'll be very hard for Japan to get to it. Might force the draw for the single. And you never know, a good draw here. You could even steal.
Yeah, it definitely leaves a harder shot for Japan if they can bury here.
Not looking too amused with this one, Xenia SCHWALLER. But can the sweepers bring it there for her? Just needed fully 8 foot. Just needed fully 8 foot. GAFNER RYCHIGER trying to bring it in for Shotstone and to do a tremendous job.
Great sweep.
SCHWALLER did not look too optimistic with that one. Stopping at the hog line, shaking her head. But she has 2 great sweepers. And they've just put that pretty much in the best spot possible.
Yeah, really worked that so well.
It's so high in the rings.
I like that call. I prefer that than chasing the yellow.
I do, because now you, like you said, you're forcing a much tougher shot for Japan. And if they try this tap for 2, they could rub the guard. They could catch this too thin. And all of a sudden you're stealing one in the 4th end. That looks so tough from here.
Yeah, and even when she gets to the hacks, taking more ice.
I'm almost impressed. They're calling the shot. Could barely see an inch of the stone. Just have to play the absolute perfect weight. Just to tap it through the 8 foot. And no more. Team Japan. That's such a good try though from TABATA Momoha. As to say, if you leave me anything for 2, I'm going to take it on. but just a single and this fourth end. And the gold medal game tied after 4. We have a tied score between Switzerland and Japan in this women's gold medal game. Already 4 ends deep into this. It's not a 100-meter dash. It's not over in 10 seconds, but certainly when you're out there playing these big games, they go by really fast.
You do, and because you're always thinking about the scoreboard management and thinking about when you've got hammer, when it's even ends, all of a sudden the game's just away from you, and it's good having a game plan to come in, but it doesn't always work out.
Quite a high center guard from Japan to start. NAKAJIMA always going to follow her sweepers closely. Calling weight with her hand in the air. 5, that should be top 8. 5 fingers up. And top 8 it is.
Yep, nicely played. And we've not really seen this in the game so far, with the lead coming round the centre guard and playing the freezing game. But Switzerland have the corner guard, but either way, a blank here for Switzerland and they would be happy as well.
Okay. Ja, das ist, es ist, wenn ich ein von weiter hinten dran gehe und dann Heavy King mache, rutsche ich hinten aus. Ja. Okay, sorry.
That's what they're playing for. The medals, the trophy, and the title.
Is that a new look?
They have. World Curling Federation has been rebranded and now World Curling. So the medals are new. This is the first time this style of medal has been produced.
Is it too late for us to make a comeback?
Would you like one of the new shiny
I'll move
ones?
to Scotland. I'll play mixed doubles.
Why? Do you think it's easy to qualify for mixed doubles in Scotland?
We'll find a country. Faroe Islands, maybe?
We always wanted to go to Jamaica.
That's true. Fabienne RIEDER.
Yeah, good shot from Japan. Can't see the whole of either of these stones, so just trying to play the hit and roll behind their corner. Catch the top one, roll over. Ah, very nice. They actually underswept that. They could have given it a bit more of a sweep.
Played that tremendous angled run double 2 ends ago. Fabienne RIEDER to set up for the score of 2. UENO Yui chasing it. Can't see a good chunk of it. Saying if they crash on the guard, that'd be an okay option. Ah, but just catching the red a bit too thin, losing the shooter in the process. Good thing though is Japan are lying too. But you never know if that red stone comes back into play.
Ja, aber er ist mega hoch. Okay. Ich sehe nichts anderes. Du musst den anspielen.
Ja, ja, ich kann höchstens mit 13.
Ja, er muss einfach rausnehmen, weil der ist noch im Haus.
Okay.
13?
Ja. Ja, finde ich auch. Ja, ich sehe an der 0.
Can't see much of this yellow at all.
There's a longer guard.
13. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa.
Trying to kick this out the rings.
Good. Yeah, good. So, go.
And see if they can find a way for that stone. Just nibbling on the wing to come back for a score for Switzerland. Hit this and roll to the left.
Yep.
Another good shot from the RIEDER.
And it's well placed because for Japan to get a roll round to the centre line, it would jam on the back yellow now. So they can't go for that hit and roll to be buried. So a chance to lift the double here to get to the inside of this top yellow. They just need to nick the back yellow to bring the red into play.
Elf. Elf out. Elf out. Whoa. Whoa. Achtung. Hier. Whoa. Elf. Good. Whoa. Good. Elf. Good. Okay. Good job. Good.
Doesn't curl enough. But still, it's a battle of rolls here. Because Japan don't want to hit this and roll right out to the wing and leave a double on the wing for Switzerland. Should like to get to the nose.
Playing such a nice controlled weight again.
Very nice.
Bist du nicht im Shot?
Rauswickeln.
Bist du auch nicht?
Dahinter abspielen ist noch recht cool. Also ich habe das Gefühl, wir müssen abspielen, ne?
Ich glaube, sie ignoriert ihn einfach und kommt vielleicht drum, wenn wir rollen.
Ja.
Das ist nicht so gut.
Ja, aber der andere ist hinter uns. Der andere ist hinter der T-Line.
We're going to take a moment here, Switzerland.
Also sie kommt Und darum, wenn wir da hinten
Ja.
abspielen. Ja, nicht zu viel.
Nein, wenn wir den vorne abspielen. Ich finde, da ist uns halt mehr im Weg.
Also ich hätte jetzt eher so.
Raus.
Ja.
Weil
ja.
innen kommt sie
innen
drum.
hat-
Ich habe das Gefühl, du kommst von beiden Seiten dran, wenn sie drum kommt. Ja, das schon, aber wenn es so ist, hast du halt nochmal einen im Weg.
Ja, hat sowieso.
Nein,
raus.
raus.
Ja.
Vielleicht sogar bis da.
Ja.
Ja.
So weit es geht.
Dann hat sie einen bisschen schwierigeren
Ja,
Roll.
ist gut.
Willst du gleiche Länge wie vorher? Oder willst du kürzer?
Ich finde es nicht so schlecht. Ja.
Okay. Hast du ihn gleich viel wie vorher?
Sounded
Nein,
like
weniger.
Xenia Schwaller was worried
Ganz.
Okay.
that if they make a play on the top yellow now, their shooter won't be shot stone. However, not sure if Japan would ignore it and play a draw. Looks like they're back to the first call. Just a hit and roll in front of that back yellow.
Elbow.
Whoa.
Elbow.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. Nee, nee, nee.
Girl!
Elbow.
Girl!
Hard.
Looks pretty close here from GAFNER.
Roll, roll,
Ja, ja, ja.
roll,
That
Selina.
is perfect.
Sorry, ik sta naar vol. Ja.
Yeah, it was really the best they could do there.
Almost rolling a touch too far. It is possible to hit this red, go clear the back one and make the roll back to the center. TABATA will go clear the back one. Slightly underswept. Leaves a double now for Switzerland.
Ja, sonst verliere ich den Shooter. So.
Yeah, a double here would really set up their multiple score.
Hij is eher gerade.
Wie da haben. 10.
10? Ist gut, ja. Ganz wenig innen, oder?
Wie?
Ganz wenig innen.
Ja.
So.
Jawohl.
Nu innen.
Ja, von innen habe ich nicht viel Platz. Ich muss ja fast draussen.
Ja, ich finde es gut. So kennen wir es ja.
Ja.
Ein 10?
Ja.
Gut. Allee. Allee.
Tough double here for Xenia Schwaller. A little snug on line. Super's trying to hold this one. Going to over curl. Can they hold the shooter? No. Double not made either. Some frustration showing as Japan now can draw around the center guard. Lie two. And certainly for Switzerland.
But Japan now can get a chance to get really buried in behind the centre guard and make it difficult. As we saw at the last end when Switzerland did it to Japan. Japan have just played a great end by always holding their shooter and making sure that that red never came into play. That was the one chance here Switzerland had to lift the double. Didn't take it.
Not a great shot stone for Japan, but it does enough to get the force here. No double, no chance of a score of 2, but certainly a lot of room to draw to for Xenia Schwaller, even if that stone is wide and forcing Switzerland to take maybe a wider path on the draw. They could be playing the in-turn, but I'm assuming they just don't know that line well enough.
Yeah, it always looks harder when you're drawing round a stone that's in the 8 foot. The other side, on the in-turn side, wide open.
Yeah, it looks more natural. But knowing this path better.
Personal choice as well.
Last stone of the 5th end. This one as well. And wide out there, but if it has the weight, it should be there for the single. Xenia Schwaller. Looks good on the draw. Right into the 8 foot. Switzerland, they will score, but Japan will be the happier of the two sides with that result. It's a 4-3 game in favor of the Swiss coming into a halftime break. The teams will have a few minutes to prepare themselves for the second half of this gold medal game. Five ends played in this women's gold medal game, and it's been a very well played game from both, as you would expect, the best two teams of the competition playing for that championship title. 88% as the shooting percentages for both the teams through 5 ends of play, and scoreboard will suggest that it is a close game. Switzerland up by 1, Japan with the hammer. Right now it's very hard to take a pick. Doesn't seem like the momentum is in either camp, really. And it has all the makings of a pretty interesting next 5, that's for sure. So make sure to don't go anywhere. Skip work, skip school, skip your homework. Just plunk yourself down on the couch and watch 5 ends of curling. Switzerland, Japan. Just around the corner.
Okay, Fabienne wandern. Fabienne wandern. Yep, hard. Bis auf die Linie. Noch ein bisschen.
We're in Lohja, Finland for the World Junior Curling Championships. This morning, gold medal game, Switzerland, Japan. A very close fought 5 ends, both teams shooting 88%, and really in curling terms it's a tied game. Yes, Switzerland have the 1-point lead, but Japan has the last one advantage, so right now you can really not separate the teams.
No, definitely not. Both teams are playing really well. Some great shots. I would say the key stat at the 5th end was Japan and their draws, 96%. They're putting their draws in exactly the right spot, time and time again. Saying that, this one slides deep. But in a game like this, the key draws, if you get buried behind guards, you're setting yourself up for these multiple scores, and that's going to be the difference in this game.
We saw that in the men's semi-final yesterday. Norway really had their drawing game locked in against USA, and that became the key to put them through to the final. Nose hit on the stone in the rings. It was interesting to see the approach then from Switzerland, and putting up the center guard, being an even end, even with the 1 point lead. Japan certainly had the option to throw a corner guard and set up for their score of 2, but just throwing around. Seems to be playing a bit into the hands of the Swiss.
Yeah, because with it being the 6th end, you would think Japan would like to be really pushing to score their multiple at the 6th end, control the even ends. Nicely done. Completely buried. His back tee.
Also 12. Aha, nein, dann 11. Ja. Allez. 11 auf. 11 auf. 4. Wow. Wow, good. Yep. Ja, moes. Good. Immer noch. Wow. Schön. Gut. Schön. Stella. Ich muss dir einmal unbedingt sagen, wenn der erste so kurz ist, das hätte ich jetzt nicht gewusst.
A great head and roll again by Fabienne RIEDER. She's been playing really well this game. Forcing Japan to play the other hand. Sometimes that might be enough to force half a mistake. No mistake made though. So crucial for both the teams here to stick the shooter. Well, we haven't seen really too many stones roll out in this game.
Okay, good.
No, because they're just playing that controlled weight, using the sweepers to manage it.
Yep.
I didn't know the karaoke bar opened this early.
Good. Whoa. Oh, good.
Yeah,
Whoa.
crowd in fine voice this morning.
Good.
So this is wie wenn sie dann vorher ankommen, gell?
I believe that's the Canadian fans. The bronze game being played 2 sheets over. They're in the halftime break as we speak in Canada. They're up 3 shots to 2. Norway with the hammer, so very much the same situation as in our game. As close as it gets. NIHIRA Miku.
11. Du erst mit dem letzten Rollen.
Gut. Selfie. Ja. Machen. Ja. Erst mit dem letzten Rollen. Ja.
Ein wenig Eis, oder ist gut?
Ich habe 2,5 gehabt, schnell bekommen.
Ja. Okay.
Allez.
SCHWALLER will make the nose hit.
Sorry, er ist rund.
Japan will be happy to do the same. Stay far away from that center guard. Heading for a blank end here, which probably suits Switzerland better.
Yeah, I'm really surprised at the 6th end that Japan haven't wanted to control the scoreboard in the even ends. You know, sometimes we'll see teams put up the corner and try for their 2 and then end up having to blank. But Japan just really haven't. Looked like trying for 2 at this end. So maybe they want to blank 6 and 7 and score in 8 and 10. Is their game plan?
Ja, genau, gleich wie lange.
Bisschen Guard.
Ja.
Ja. Allez.
Looking for the hit and roll here, SCHWALLER. And it's real close. Does a spin back? Oh, wow, that's a brilliant hit and roll behind the center guard to make that blank a little harder. You can see her gesturing with her index finger. She got that little spin at the end. And just spun back to tuck in another inch. And that's a tough blank for Japan now. Really good shot.
Yeah, really well played.
Didn't look dangerous whatsoever. Wide out in the 12-foot. Okay, you knows I'm going to blank. We retain hammer, but no. Going to have to make a very delicate little shot here. TABATA Momoha. Last on event 6. It is in the very back of the rings. Don't have to move it very far. Playing a controlled weight. This one needs to curl. Hanging out there for the moment. Trying to work it back in. Work it back in. Needs a piece of the red here for the blank, but it goes past everything. And with that hit and roll from Xenia, SCHWALLER, Switzerland will steal one in the 6th end to go 2 points ahead of Japan. And stealing one here in the 6th. How pivotal can that turn out to be? Well, Japan will have the hammer, but now in the 7th.
Linie ist gut. Okay, Linie wäre gut.
Ja, Finger 8. Ja, muss. Finger 4, Finger 8. Finger 8. Das ist schnell.
A huge moment in the game.
Okay.
Comes in the 6th end. A brilliant hit and roll by Xenia SCHWALLER. A 6-foot roll in behind the center guard. And what looked like was going to be a blank. But made it so much harder for TABATA Momoha. And even with that controlled weight, just couldn't get the curl. Went past the Swiss shot stone. And Switzerland steals. So now really the Swiss with the upper hand.
Yeah, we did say after the 5th end break, really, you couldn't choose between the two teams right now. But that's a pivotal point in the whole game, that 6th end. We've made comment, Japan weren't trying to score their 2. But for Switzerland to steal, that's a massive boost on the scoreboard.
Okay, Linie ist gut. Sela.
Slipping to the back of the rings here, NIHIRA. So not really a stone to guard.
Linie ist auch gut. Noch ein bisschen.
But then again, the corner guard from Japan, quite long. You'd almost want to see them throw a second one in behind that one. You start hitting here, it just seems so unlikely to get your 2.
Yeah, the guard's so high that even you make the perfect roll behind it, Switzerland can still chase. Even coming round to even just biting the top 12, so that acts as another guard. And where does she roll to? Not far enough. Still open.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So a slight error there. It does now allow Japan to get one round the corner. With not much risk with just the one back tee.
Do you try for shot stone here?
You don't need to be. It's even if it's top 12 and it's higher up.
Because shot stone would be close to tee line, and you'd imagine it'd be pretty easy for Switzerland to chase it.
Absolutely. So they want this higher up.
Waiting for this to move. It will be a bit deeper, actually coming in behind the tee line. Actually to the back of the 12.
Yeah, just too heavy.
Ja, ich glaube, du musst einfach das, oder?
Ja.
And this is where in the first 5 ends Japan's draw weight was so good. Always top tee.
Also, es ist so ein weiter Weg, ich glaube, easy.
So just some cracks starting to appear.
Ja.
Halfway tricky for Switzerland. They don't want to nose this yellow and leave something for Japan to freeze onto or draw in front of. And if they roll towards the center line, they might be leaving a bit of a wall at the back.
They could even just peel the guard.
Looks like they are chasing the yellow, just trying to roll about a foot to the center line side. Just like that, but it leaves a pocket. Japan could certainly put a stone right in between those two reds. But maybe coming around the corner first.
So heavy again. This is not even going to stop. So
Surprising.
very surprising.
Still, Japan have two ways of setting up an end here. They still have the corner and the pocket in the back of the rings. So Switzerland can't really take away both.
Ja, weil ich glaube, wenn sie den Roll spielt, wir
But I think
dran.
Ich glaube auch, ja.
in the house blocking the draw to the pocket is a better result for Switzerland
Ja, sehen ihr
because that guard's not a huge threat.
Weil das Nuller schenken ist auch ein bisschen schade.
Ja, gut. Okay.
Just top four.
Yep.
Ja. Ich weiß nicht.
Ich finde es echt blöd, wenn sie leid, aber ich finde gar nicht, oh nein, ist auch okay. Das geht nicht. Das war mein erster Gedanke. Ja. Aber ich finde es vorher auch nicht schlecht.
Yeah, if you leave it top... Oh, change of plan. Because if you left it top 4 and Japan get the perfect hit and roll, you can still chase that round the corner guard. It's different if this guard was closer to the house.
He'll peel the guard. Japan could even just play the double here and think, okay, we'll go harder for the two in the 8th end.
I think it's worth them trying the perfect freeze here, right in the middle. They don't want to be forced though, either. So if they play the perfect freeze, Switzerland could come in and freeze on top.
Yeah, they might play a little tap, sit frozen on the top, and I think Japan's just thinking, you know what? This didn't work out. Rather try and score in the even ends. Double needs to be made. Just about.
Yep, nicely done.
Ja, Dann spiele ich auch 10.
Ja, das ist gut. Alle.
Wow!
Sweeper's working this hard to try and hold it on the nose.
Is there a jam on the back still?
Gut.
No, no problem. Looks like we're heading for a blank in our gold medal game. I'll take a look in on the bronze game. Last stone on its way to Bjørnstad for Norway, trying to come through the port of the guards here. Tick the yellow, try and score a 3, and will make it. Wonderful shot for Norway to go 2 points up on Canada. 5-3, they lead after 6 ends of play. It was a tap from Maila Platt. Trying to tap it into the 4th. It only got second shot, but showed enough of that stone for Norway to chase.
Yeah, really great shot.
Ja.
Had to navigate a tight port there to come through with that weight. So, Xenia SCHWALLER just looking for the nose hit.
No 6-foot roll behind the guard this time. We're on the last one of N7. TABATA Momoha looking for the blank. This might need to curl up a little bit for Japan. Oh, it's right past everything. A second time in a row. Granted, a much tougher blank in the previous end. This was wide open. And they flash again. Switzerland with a 6-3 lead with a stolen point in N7.
Linie ist gut. Linie gut. Sicher Sela.
8.
Linie ist gut.
Es ist mega knapp.
Okay, Linie wäre super.
8.
15-16, nicht so schlecht sein. Gut.
3 ends to play in the women's gold medal game. Switzerland
Gut wisch.
with a strong hold on this final now, with steals in the 6th and 7th end. And really just coming down to mistakes from the Japanese skip TABATA Momoha, who had been so solid up to that point. It was a tough blank in the 6th, only saw a piece, missed that one. Still time to recover, but missing the open blank in the 7th. perhaps a sign of nerves. We saw Xenia Schwaller miss the bank attempt on the first end. However, she hit it on the nose, which is at the very least better to do.
Absolutely. But the flash past is not an option.
And it's strange in a way that the easiest shots in a game like this sometimes come with the most pressure.
Ja, wow dan.
4. Komt op. Wow. 4. 8. Moet ook curlen.
And as well, Japan are so good at these downweight takeouts. They manage them really well. So all of a sudden when they play the big high hard one to blank, they don't really need to throw it as hard as that, because you definitely saw it release there, that she threw it out and there was no recovery at that weight.
A great matchup at lead.
So now Japan have to get cover up, putting up on both sides, and throw everything at this 8th end. As long as they score their 2, they don't need to go all out. But as long as they get their 2 back here, they're still in the game.
Go. Nog lief! Kom. Ja, zo even voor die kant.
The corner guards are in place for Japan. However, they need to tidy up the center line. You could run the guard back. But you also do see enough of the red stone in the 8-foot to play the hit and roll.
It's early enough in the end. They could even just come in and tap the reds to back tee and give them something to work with. Because if Switzerland start peeling guards, you want to have catchers that they could be catching on as well.
UENO Yui.
Oh dear. Catches the guard. Does open things up.
Much better than going past everything, that's for sure. And leaves something to work with. Opens up the red stones on the center line. Too many guards to peel for Switzerland.
Klap guard, spring nu ut. Spring het square. Allee.
Yeah, can take this red and roll over and punch the yellow as well.
Ja.
Yeah, very nicely done.
Bit unlucky to spin up for stagger. Either way goes today. UENO Yui will be one of the most successful junior players of all time with a 3rd medal. Already 1 gold, 1 silver. Like you said, Rona, not too many junior players can pick up 3 podium finishes, let alone 3 finals.
Just didn't bury enough. It's a good weight.
Entweder viel oder 11, ja? Dus wir können rollen. Ja. Gut.
Vielleicht fast besser, weil sie hat halt hier mit Takuo, wenn sie mal perfekt rumkommt, dann haben wir hinten noch einen.
Yeah, ideally they don't want to get to the nose of this because they don't want to leave something for Japan to freeze on top or just tap back. So try and get the roll right across to the centre line.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Good. Good. Yeah. Whoa. Good. 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 Elf is goed. Achtung. Good. 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 Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Ah, very nice. Great shot.
Good. Sehr schön.
Just giving Japan nothing to work with here.
13だったらそんな13でそんな動けばかい13でウェイト足りる
They definitely have to make a play in these reds. They have to score at this end, so even just tapping them back, give themselves some backing.
結構動かすまたこっちからのがいいか12半の方でいいかい12後半味方味方12半曲げ後半曲げ曲げ曲げ曲げ曲げ曲げ
Try to get to the nose. But second option, get the roll behind the corner. Yeah, it's a good result.
Ja. Hast?
Yeah, Switzerland put up the guard here. Makes Japan do all the hard work. Leave the harder shots for the opposition that need to score.
Drie. Hij is wel wietlinie. Nee, linie is goed. Daar kun je het in de veel. Stendig. Is nog. Binnen. Kun je het goed. Wow. Wow. Doe mij allebei. Wow. Er kun je het mega veel. Ja. Wow. Schiet even. Goed. Goed, Selina.
Yeah, really nice. Ideally, if Japan could play a tap again on one of the reds, either the guard or the one top four, and get the roll over and have two behind that corner, just adds up a bit of pressure to Switzerland. But it's not easy. That guard is so good.
Timeout being called by Japan.
Miku の2投目ヒットロールどうもう一回赤のトップ4にあるやつトップ4にかかってるやつそれで開いて2個見せれば相手もいじりたくなるかもう1個ガードで前開いていく感じしかないんじゃないかどうだあと何ある
狙って最悪の
そうだね前で今の感じだったらうまく動かしそうじゃない今のウエイトぐらいでどう見くだから1だけ見せて2、3、4俺ら取っていくような感じでイメージで最後あいつなくそう こっからだ。
Looks like it is the hit and roll, the call.
Yeah, I like this because I really feel if they can get that second one in behind the corners, it puts just that added pressure onto Switzerland when there's 2 yellows in the house. But they can't see much of this stone past the guard. And they have to have enough weight to remove the red to bring the yellows into play. Trying to hold the line, can it pass? Oh, so unlucky.
Opportunity for Switzerland now to really put the pressure on Japan and maybe set up for another steal. Take this game away from the Japanese team.
Ja, genau. Ja. Ist gut. Selina hat eher viel gemacht, oder? Ja. Ja, ist halt auch lang gewesen. Weiß nicht, weißt du, ja. Ja, so finde ich es nicht schlecht. Ich finde es auch gut. Gut. Weißt du, was meine hatte? Nein. Okay. Weißt du, was meine hatte? Nein. Nochmal ein 3 oder ein 2? Was noch bis ein 3, Xenia? Ja, 2,5, 3 ist super. Gut. Ich glaube, immer noch recht schnell. Ja. Allez. Allez. Linie gut. 2, 3. Warte. Linie ist gut. Linie super. Sela. Sela. Sela dran. 2, 3. 3. Gar nicht viel. 3.
So just replacing this guard.
Oh. Linie ist super.
It's all about the line. Has it curled too far? Or does it guard that? It's pretty good.
Noch ein bisschen, aber es hat ganz wenig.
Only shows that edge again.
何がいいかね。こっち出ちゃったからモーハのナンバーワンにするところがこれでドローが。
Solid game by both the skips. Really just those 2 blanks missed. Taking the percentage down for TABATA Momoha. Then again, making a huge difference to the scoreline. Those 2 shots missed. Trying to find a way back into the game.
I know they're so tempted to play this double here because that yellow second shot after the 2 reds, it outcounts a red at the front. So if they could lift a double, but they can only see the edge of that red. This is a tough shot.
Looking for the hit and roll. Doesn't tap it far enough. Was really wanting to open up that side, and that way they would have 2 ways in to score. Barely does that.
Yeah, needed to move that further.
Perfekt ist ein weißer Dolly, ja. Also ich glaube, wenn er genau in dieser Linie hier ist, ist im Fall perfekt weißer Dolly.
15 ist recht gut.
Ja.
Team Switzerland can feel it now.
Ja, finde ich gut.
They
Selina,
know if
wir
they
haben
can
da unter
plant
anderem
this
klein
top
abgesetzt.
button.
Also ist da gut. Ja.
Japan might find it very difficult to score. And really could be game, set and match.
Yes, Xenia comes into top of the button here, really closes the door.
Also Tendenz ist
I don't actually see a shot for Japan to score. If they put this just top 4 even, but biting the 1 foot would be perfect.
Hey, noch Platz! 8-4! Linie gut! Linie ist gut! Linie sehr gut! Zieh ab! Zieh ab! 8-4! Zieh ab! 12! Zieh ab! 12! Weiter!
Bit shy weight here.
Weiter! Weiter! Komm!
Not going to make it into the forfeit, but will at least take the outer draw away. That was a great chance for Switzerland to really tighten the screw on Japan. Still a tough score.
At least erred on the right side, better being light there than heavy.
Simply a draw.
It is, just skim past that top red. You will get to the button.
You will be flirting with that red stone top 12. But there's really no point in playing this safe. You need to score. Is it really the way it was going to end for Team Japan in this final? 2 missed blank attempts. A few haunting moments. Trying to make amends, but this one is curling early for Team Japan. I'm not sure if this is anywhere close, and it might even tap the red further up, and this is now a steal of 4. This game is over. It is 10 points Switzerland, 3 points Japan. And the Japanese will shake hands. Switzerland will be your world champions. First gold medal since 2005. And not only that, they've done it undefeated. Only the 3rd time in the history of this event a team has won every single game of the competition. It's been a massive weight for a country who has such a pedigree in the sport of curling. And finally they're back on top.
Ich kann es fast nicht glauben. Ich habe nie gedacht, dass es so schnell vorbei ist. Ich kann vor allem nicht glauben, dass es so schnell ist vorbeigekommen.
Selina RYCHIGER, Fabienne RIEDER, Selina GAFNER, Xenia SCHWALLER, also Zoe SCHWALLER, Andreas SCHWALLER, Manuela, NETZER and Martin RIOS making out Team Switzerland here this week. A 10-3 final in a game that was really so close into halftime, and then just a couple of blank attempts missed, by Japanese skip TABATA Momoha, who played so well up until that point and all week really. And it's going to be very tough to look back on those few moments that just flipped the game into Switzerland's favour. And it just all went crumbling down. They had to go for Japan. And when it didn't pay off, the steal of 4 would end the game early. Xenia Schwaller will make her way over to Rona Howie. We'll see what she has to say about how she's feeling right now and how that game went for her and her team. A game that started with a missed blank by Switzerland as well in the first end. Schwaller nosing on her last rock, and surely a thought must have gone through her head. Is this how it's going to be today? Well, no. The day ends with them becoming world champions.